Okay, you've diagnosed your show and you have a written working plan. You've stripped it down, taken off all of the things that were holding you back, and you removed the things that were killing you. You've reinvented some of the things that you wanted to keep to make them sharper. And you chose your one thing. You've developed it. You've workshopped it. You're ready to launch it. Welcome to week 4. This is not about announcing a new show. This is all about declaring a new version of the show you already have. Most shows make the same mistake at this stage. They either overhype the changes and shout it from the mountaintops, or they never clearly communicate the changes at all. This week exists to avoid both of those extremes. A relaunch doesn't require fireworks. You don't have to come on and say that you're the biggest and the best and it's all new and you've got to check this out. What it requires is intention and clear communication plus consistency. Remember, your new one thing feature or your new strategy or your new structure that you created in step 3 is long term. It's not something that has to become familiar instantly this week. The goal is simple. Help the audience understand what's different, why it matters, and how to experience it. And that starts on the air, clearly and with intention. So this is where you become deliberate about creating the content so it's consistent, about making things into a hit, not just something that is a slot filler. You become deliberate about teasing and positioning, promoting, framing your show. Not by explaining it all and giving them a bunch of facts that you hope they understand, not by giving them instructions, but by guiding the audience toward the moments that you want them to notice, and then making those moments stand out. Listeners don't need to know what you removed. They need to know what to listen for now. They need to understand why you're important. They need to understand why it's urgent to set that dial and to keep coming back day after day, hour after hour, quarter hour after quarter hour. This week also includes creating one digital extension. Just one. Now, there's a lot of social media platforms and there's a lot of priorities on your website. And once you start down the digital rabbit hole, it's easy to get caught up in trying to do something on every platform. I don't want you to do that. I want you to find one digital extension that will make the changes you introduced in week 3 famous. That is highly promotable, that's high leverage. Not a full rebuild, not a massive campaign, not advertising on Facebook or Google ads. A simple online expression that reinforces what's happening on your show and gives the audience another way to connect to it. There's a lot of options for that. The best relaunches will feel obvious in hindsight. They don't feel loud, they feel clear, they feel simple, they feel natural. You're not trying to convince people that your show is better. You're letting them make that decision for themselves when they experience it differently. Now, this is also the week where new habits will get locked in, both for you, the show, and for the audience. So get those habits established. Get good habits established, not bad habits established. Consistency matters more than anything else, more than clever copy, more than spending too much time in preparing your content. Consistency in delivery and repetition will matter more than big statements. By the end of week 4, the changes you've made should feel like the new normal, and you're ready to relaunch with intention. Remember, you're not chasing attention, you're resetting expectations. Those expectations will lead to discovery, to creating new listener habits, and attention. So take this week seriously, but keep it simple. Communicate with purpose, repeat what matters, and let the show do its work. Let your one thing feature, your one adjustment you made in week 3, start to take root.